From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Good morning. It is Monday, today the 14th of the month of October. Here you go. Good morning to you. My name is Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Monday morning, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Wow, what a great weekend. And we are all fired up, ready to go.
We are.
All
I'm
right.
telling you, this entire month of October is busy, busy, busy.
It is.
Don't forget, it's our Fall Gumbo, which features jazz. The whole month of October is featuring jazz music. That's right, Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
So at the Arts Council, at the Paramount, the list goes on and on of activities and places you can go to hear jazz music.
Yeah.
Don't forget Jazz on George
That's
coming
exactly.
up.
When is that?
Let's see, when is it? It is.
I didn't mean to ask such a
That's
tricky
all right.
question.
October the 26th.
Oh, okay.
October the 26th from 1 to 6 p.m. on George Street. That is an event, of course, free of charge.
Yeah.
There'll be vendors out there. There'll be arts and crafts, lots of great jazz music. Come on out from 2 to 6 p.m. And that's on the corner there, that empty lot, lots of shade.
yeah.
But bring you a blanket to sit on or a quilt or bring some lawn chairs. But it's a great afternoon of jazz music, and there's much, much more going on all through the whole month of October regarding jazz music and this Fall Gumbo.
The 26th of October. Oh, boy.
What else is happening?
Well, I wanted to mention and thank the Shriners for all the hard work they put into this.
Oh, absolutely.
Last Friday they did their
Fish fry.
and wow, I don't know how it could get better every year, but it does. They do this twice a year, and the fall fish fry is the one where they raise money for the Shriners Children's Hospital. So those guys, the Shriners and the Lady Shriners. And you know what? Who else is helping there? Volunteers. They have people who are not Shriners actually out there helping out.
So if you went by and got a plate and supported the fish fry and the Shriners, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. It was wonderful. Big, successful. I can't wait till the next one. The next one will be coming up in the spring.
You're right.
April, I guess. But all right.
You know what else?
Okay. What?
You know what else happened? All within that same weekend was we had a tremendous amount, over 1,200 cyclists to come through Goldsboro. I know you probably saw them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my goodness, between 1,000 and 1,200 cyclists. It's all a part of the NC Cycle, or Cycle North Carolina. They met at Herman Park Center, and some of them camped out overnight. Some of them stayed in our hotels. They all ate at our restaurants and visited our stores. But the reason they were here...
Why were they here?
They were here as part of the Mountains to Sea ride that they had, and my goodness, we had a great time with them here in our community, and thank you so much if you were a part of that. But bicycles galore all over Goldsboro.
Galore.
I mean, they were riding from the mountains all the way down to our coast and stopping and visiting towns all along the way, and we appreciate the fact that they spend a night here in Goldsboro.
That is wonderful, but I have a question.
Yes.
Will they be coming back through here?
I do not know.
Because I wonder if they'll be...
I don't think so.
Recycling.
Recycling. Ah, isn't that honey?
Okay.
Funny.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week, folks. Try the meal.
Isn't that good? I mean, recycle. How about that?
Okay. Well, let's see who's on today's program.
Can you see?
No. It looks like DGDC.
I believe Miss Meg GERNAAT came on. Yes, she did. And she's telling us about some new things. It's called a creepy crawl.
A creepy crawl.
Yes, that's happening Halloween night.
All right, that's just one of the programs that will be with us today, okay?
That's right.
Outstanding.
What else is happening?
Okay, let's see. What else is going on here?
Well, next Monday, City Council, which is the 21st, they will be holding, of course, their regular meeting of the month. At 5 o'clock p.m. will be our work session, of course, over in City Hall Annex on the second floor. And then at 7 o'clock p.m. will be our regularly scheduled meeting in City Council chambers. Love to have you join us.
And you know, sometimes it works out this way, but tomorrow is the day of the county commissioners meeting. And I say it works out that way because oftentimes the city council will meet on a Monday evening and then the county commissioners the following day.
That's right.
But the way the calendar started off, the first of the month was on the 1st this time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, how about
that? It was on a Tuesday. So anyway, the 1st was a Tuesday, and that means the 15th will be the next county commissioners meeting, starting at 8 a.m. with a briefing and then continuing at 9 a.m. with a regular meeting, and
right.
everybody's invited to attend. You can come on to the county commissioners meeting on the 4th floor of the Wayne County Courthouse. Okay?
But in case you weren't there, both the city and the county film their meetings, and they will be available for you on YouTube and Vimeo.
Exactly right.
That's right. All right, well, let's head out to our first interview.
Let's go.
So stay with us.
Your source for what's happening in your community is Wayne Goldsboro Television.
Joining me in the studio today is Meg GERNAAT from Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, or better known as DGDC. She's here to give us some updates on what's happening in our community. Good morning, Meg.
Good morning.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
You've been at home with a beautiful baby.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the baby
Well,
first.
she's 3 months old.
Wow.
And, yeah, and you know, you don't have kids. You know, kids grow up, and everybody says, "Oh, they grow so fast. Enjoy this time." But I never realized how fast they really do change.
The first year is dramatic.
Yes, it is. But she's doing very well. Her name's Gianna,
Oh, that's beautiful.
and she sleeps through the night. So
Yay.
Yeah.
That's a big, wonderful thing for
I am
parents, a
enjoying
milestone.
it. Yes. Yeah, but we've got a ton going on downtown this month. October, you know, it's half of it's already flown by, but the end of October is really too. We've got, you know, the Real Chili Challenge, Jazz on George. Our office is hosting the Creepy Crawl, which is a bar crawl.
Yeah.
So just a ton of stuff for people to do.
Well, give me some more details first on, let's go back to Jazz on George.
Sure.
Tell us where it is, who can we expect to be there?
Jazz on George is located at 101 North George Street. It's on a corner lot. So it's a nice setting because it's grassy and there are trees, and we block the street off. It's an event that we host in partnership with the Arts Council. So they bring in local jazz musicians. We've got some art vendors, food vendors, kids activities, and it's all free.
Wonderful.
Yep, people don't have to pay a thing to show up, and we've got drinks. Hinnett Vineyards is going to be there selling wine by the glass and the bottle. So
Nice.
yeah, it'll be a really nice fall event.
Yeah, so what time of day is that?
It's from 1 to 6 p.m. And like I said, we close the street off a little bit in that area just so it's safer for children to run around.
Right.
But there's ample parking along the streets surrounding the site.
Okay, wonderful. So that's an afternoon of jazz. That's
It
still a part of
is.
our jazz gumbo.
It is.
Which is the whole month of October.
Yes.
So we've got vendors, we've got all types of food and
Kids activities.
and like I said, Hinnett Vineyards will be there, which is a nice addition
Yes, it
to
is.
Jazz on George. Do people need to bring blankets or chairs? Or how does
Yeah,
that work?
we try to secure some seating as far as picnic, my goodness.
Picnic tables?
Yes, picnic tables.
Hey,
Sorry.
it happens.
Picnic tables go, but we really encourage people to bring their lawn chairs, picnic
Okay.
blankets, just to come lay out on the lawn and just have a nice time, enjoy some jazz music. We've got lights strung up in the trees.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's a really pretty event.
One more time, when is that?
It's October 26th from 1 to 6 p.m.
And they can find out more about this or look at the details again at dgdc.org.
Correct.
dgdc.org.
Yep, and if they go to that site, they can also find all of the events going on downtown for the month. So they're posted. There's a little link at the top that says events. They can see what we've got planned for the year as well
Nice.
as for each month.
Well, tell us about this new Creepy Crawl. What
Yes.
is that all about?
So it's a bar crawl, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing it a little bit differently than we've done the crawls in the past. We're not really shuffling people from one area to the other every hour or so.
Okay.
We're letting people kind of decide where they want to hang out. But it's going to be on October 31st, starting at
Halloween night.
starting at 9 p.m. And we've got 4 restaurants that are participating. So we've got the Laughing Owl, Flying Shamrock, Churreros, and then Matchbox, which is going to be new to downtown.
Right, that's our new restaurant.
Yes. So the first 50 people through the door at each restaurant at 9 o'clock get a voucher for $2 off a drink. So essentially, they can get a free drink.
Exactly.
And you necessarily don't get a voucher for that restaurant you're in. It could be for one of the other participating restaurants. But it kind of encourages people to, beep bop around downtown. And then at 11 p.m., every restaurant is hosting their own costume contest.
I was going to ask, since it's Halloween
It
night,
is.
do we want people in costumes?
We do, and you know, if they show up in costume at 11 p.m. at whichever is their favorite restaurant, they have a chance to win the grand prize, which is $50 cash.
Nice.
As well as a $25 gift card to that restaurant. And then second and third place will also win some gift cards to that restaurant.
Well, you really can't beat it. So you've
No.
got restaurants that are participating in lots of giveaways.
Yes.
It's Halloween night. You might as well dress up anyway.
Right.
This is just a nice excuse to be able to go downtown in a costume and have
Exactly.
fun with your friends.
And they're going to have entertainment and, you know, good food and drink specials. So it's really going to be a good time.
Nice. So tell us one more time the 4 restaurants participating.
We've got the Laughing Owl, the Flying Shamrock, we've got Torero's and Matchbox.
And they're all within just a few blocks of one another.
Yep, you just circle around. So, you know, if you're in high heels, you're going to be okay.
That's right. All the
So
restaurants.
that's what I always think
close
about.
proximity. Of course we do.
So, you know, it's really going to be a good time. And Matchbox is going to be new to downtown, so people will be able to check out their menu, check out
tell
their
us
bar.
more about what Matchbox is
Matchbox,
and where it is.
So the owners of Brown Bag Cafe, which so many people love in
Yes.
town, have decided to open a restaurant called Matchbox downtown, and it's going to feature more of an eclectic menu. They've got some Build-A-Burgers with various meats. You know, it's not just your typical beef or turkey. They've got, you know, buffalo and
nice.
veggie burgers, that type of thing. They're going to have some options for people who have, you know, some food allergies. So if you're gluten-free,
Right.
so it's going to be a really good addition to downtown.
And then the brick oven pizza part of it.
Of course.
Yes,
and
that's exciting.
They're located right next door to Torero's.
Well, it really does look like a Matchbox on the outside.
It does.
And they are doing some new and exciting things to the inside and the outside
Yes.
of that particular building.
Yes.
So everybody needs to come and check it out the end of October. And this is a perfect opportunity.
It is. It's
October 31st.
Perfect. And you know, hey, free drinks,
Exactly.
free, you know, cash and prizes. I mean, what's not to love?
Exactly. So that's 4 restaurants downtown Goldsboro that are participating in the Creepy Crawl.
Yes.
Once again, you can go to the DGDC website and find out more additional details and share the information. It'll be all over your Facebook, the City of
Yes.
Goldsboro's Facebook page. So we continue to work together and share lots of event type information for the
Yes.
community.
There's no reason for people to sit at home this month. Now through the end of the year, I mean, we have so much going on.
absolutely.
And a good chunk of it is all free.
That's wonderful. So we can look forward to what's happening later in October and, of course, early November.
Oh yes, you know, we've got Lights Up right around the
That's what
corner.
I was going to say. Can you tell us that date?
Yes, Lights Up is November 26th.
November 26th, and that's a big day, not only for our Lights Up, but that's when our motto for the City of Goldsboro will be unveiled, and we'll move forward and hand out the prizes for those top 20 motto winners and the top 5, and of course, the big winner themselves.
That's right.
So you can't beat it. Well, thank you, Meg, for coming and
you're very
sharing. We
welcome.
always appreciate you giving the community information on what's happening right here downtown Goldsboro.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much. And that's Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation.
Oh boy, the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair. We're standing in front of the Master Gardener's booth here next to the, what is it, the pavilion?
Yes.
This is the pavilion at the fair. And we're here standing next to Jessica Strickland, who is the horticulturist for the Wayne Cooperative Extension Service. And thank you for being with
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Hey, Jessica. What are we going to be seeing today? Tell me about, in the next minute or two, what we're going to be looking at.
Well, one of the big features we have here at the fair is we have our Extension Master Gardener volunteers, and they work year-round on creating 2 gardens. One focuses more on flowers and landscapes, and then the other focuses more on vegetable gardening.
Okay.
And they work on designing, creating, maintaining these gardens throughout the year, and then they showcase them during the fair. That allows for teaching gardens, demonstration as far as what people can do in landscape, what people can do in small spaces.
Right.
So it's helped give ideas to home gardeners that they can take back home and use. And they change it up every year, so it's got a different theme or a different idea, a different look all the
Yeah.
time. So there's always something new and different that people can learn here, whether it's different plants or just different ideas that they can take back to the garden.
All right, who are we going to talk to?
We're going to be talking to Brenda Carter. She is the committee chair for the flower garden, and she's one of our Master Gardener volunteers. It's been very active with us, involved for several years.
All right.
We can talk to her first.
All right, let's go talk to Brenda. Talking with Brenda Carter, who is the chairperson for the garden this year. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. What is, tell me about the garden.
Well, We mostly have perennials, and we do have some annuals, and we become very fond of succulents. And so we have a lot of succulents in our garden.
Really? A little bit of everything
A little bit of everything. We try to please all.
Now, some people would think that succulents only grow in the desert.
I know that there's some that can do well here. There are some that we do have to take in during the winter time, but there are things like agaves and hens and chicks that you can leave out, and we just have a really good variety of succulents in our garden. So.
All right, so that succulents would fall under what, cactus and that sort of thing?
No, there's cactus and then there are succulents.
Oh, I see. I thought calculus was. Never mind. Okay, we're still here at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair talking with Brenda Carter about her garden, or actually the garden here.
The Master Gardener
The
garden.
Master Gardener garden.
That's right.
Now this is the flower garden, right?
That's correct.
All right.
We have a vegetable garden too.
And we're going to look at the vegetable garden in just a minute, but now the flower garden, how long has this flower garden been in existence?
Well, I've been in the Master Gardeners for 15 years, and the Master Gardener started in 1990, so I'd say probably somewhere from 1990 to present day.
It's been close to 23, 25 years, something like that.
That's right, that's right.
All right, and it's maintained year-round
By the Master Gardeners, that's
by the
correct.
Master Gardener. The fair has nothing to do with it.
Well, they own the land, and they're kind enough to give us the same spot every year. And we're kind of in the center of things here, so, you know, we get to talk to a lot of good people and answer a lot of gardening questions.
That you are. What's the most common question you're asked?
Well, a lot of times we get a lot of questions about soil, and we get a lot of pest questions, and not so much diseases, seems like this year, but a lot of insects and pests.
Now, to what would you attribute that? Is it because of all the rain we've had? People are concerned about pests? They have a problem with mosquitoes and such in their yard? or
Well,
what?
that's part of it, but one of the biggest questions that we have has been on moles and voles.
Moles and voles. All right. Moles eat meats and voles eat vegetables.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So are voles a big problem right now?
The moles seem to be.
Moles
So,
seem to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you get rid of them?
Well, believe it or not, there are two different kinds of moles.
No,
Yes.
mole A and mole B.
That's right. One of them is protected, and so they're hard to distinguish which is which. Therefore, in North Carolina, we're not actually supposed to kill moles.
Because you can't tell them one from the other.
That's right. And they're protected, and so, but moles will go after worms, grub worms, and a lot of times if you will get rid of your grub worm problem,
Okay.
you can get rid of your moles.
Because obviously
Yeah,
they're looking
yeah.
for food. That's what.
But there again, if you treat for the grub worms, you're more than likely going to do away with the earthworms. So,
Oh well, we want the earthworms.
yeah.
Those we
but
want.
there are traps that you can get that you can set. I've not ever been successful with them, so I can't say that they really work. But anything's worth trying, and I think that's what makes a gardener is we're willing to try anything to solve our problems.
Okay, now mole traps are available at most hardware stores. and such.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a look at this garden here, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do that. All right, Brenda, what are we looking at here? What is this?
You're looking at the maraschino cherry salvia, and it is in the herb family. It's very fragrant. If you mash the leaves, they smell kind of pineapple-y.
Oh, boy.
And, but it is an herb, and I love it. And the butterflies, the hummingbirds, they love these little trumpet flowers, and the bees love them. They're just really good to have in the garden.
All right. We're going to walk down our path
right.
here. This is a beautiful path. All right. Let's see what else we can find.
This is a detour here.
A detour.
Yeah, and it is has these beautiful white flowers that start opening around dusk, and they'll bloom all night long until.
Is that one?
That's one of it there.
Looks like a handkerchief sticking
Yeah,
out
it's
of there.
kind of damp now. It's going dead.
Oh,
but-
okay. But there's one getting ready to go,
yeah,
right?
It is. It is.
Right there. All right. Very good. Okay.
This
Is
is,
this-
muley grass. Here.
Muley grass.
Uh-huh. It's a good accent plant to the garden.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. and
Okay,
It
that-
adds a lot of drama and movement to the garden.
Isn't there
And
another
it's
name?
going-
Isn't there another name for that?
It's an ornamental grass.
Yeah, I've seen that. Okay.
This
Muley
is
grass.
a dwarf
Maple?
maple.
Yeah. All right. That's beautiful. Those are beautiful.
They are pretty.
Are they hard to grow?
No, they're not. They're very easy to grow. And they come in, that one is actually 10 years old, so that shows you how slow it grows.
Really?
It's been in that pot for 10 years.
10 years. Well, if I was in that pot, I wouldn't be much bigger than that either. In fact, I'm not in that pot, and I'm still not much bigger than that. Tell me right here.
That is Homestead Verbena.
Verbena.
Yeah. That kind of came out of the market, stopped carrying it for a while, but it is just such a good old-time perennial
It
until
is.
it came back, and I mean, it's just really, really popular.
It makes a good basket
Yes,
plant
it does.
as well, doesn't it?
It really does.
Okay.
It'll drape over, yeah.
That's beautiful.
This is
Yeah, I love that.
well, my mind, it's
I understand.
Yes, that's it.
That happens to me too. Yeah.
But that's another perennial.
Right.
Stokes aster, that's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
an aster. Sure.
Yep. Stokes aster.
All right. All right. Now there's a succulent right there.
That
right?
is, that's
All
the
right.
century plant.
Okay. Why is it called a century plant?
Well, it blooms only one time in a century.
Oh,
And
okay.
after it blooms, it will die.
Oh, okay. So that one has not bloomed yet.
Oh no, oh
Okay.
no.
Because we haven't been out here a century yet, have we?
In fact, you can see now, this one is probably about 2 years old.
Okay.
And this one is probably about 4 years
Oh,
old.
okay. Well, we'll look at the 4-year-old here. All right. Is that sedum?
Yeah, that's Autumn Joy seed.
Autumn Joy. Yeah, and that is a great plant to grow.
It really is.
Hardy plant. It grows well here in the soil,
And
sandy
it's so
soil.
pretty this time of the year.
It's beautiful. How old is that plant, did you say?
This one here is about 4 years old.
About 4 years. All right. Boy, it grows fast,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
and see, that's an agave. They call it agave. This is another type of agave here.
That one right there. Okay.
And even here is another variety of agave.
Okay. Oh, is it?
Yep, it
This
is.
one right here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right.
And this is just,
Oh.
that's a little miniature garden. That's
Isn't that portulaca there?
yeah,
All
and
right.
it's a, that's a succulent.
Yeah.
And, that's a fad that's come along now. People grow these little gardens like that, and it's a big hit now.
Well, you know what? That the portulaca thing, all it has to do is fall off of there, and it'll just about it'll root on its
anywhere,
own.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it can look like it is dead in the wintertime, but when spring comes, it just comes right back.
Beautiful.
Comes right back.
Yeah, very simple, very easy to
Yep.
grow. Okay.
And this is portulaca. It's moss rose.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that's
the-
another good
Pretty little
filler, yeah.
red.
It's
and
a
it's a good
succulent,
ground,
yeah.
good ground cover
It's
there.
it's a succulent. That's
yeah,
right.
that's a succulent.
This is a neat little thing too, and the birds love this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's called river oats, and it's
River
in,
oats?
Yep.
Well, I love that.
It is
Isn't
pretty.
that neat?
And when it's breezy, they just rattle. If you're sitting still where you can hear, they just rattle in the wind.
All right. What do we have at?
This is Mexican petunia,
Oh, really?
and it's been a big hit in the garden too.
Mexican petunia. That's very pretty.
Yeah.
All right.
And this right here is called the redneck girl. And the
What?
reason, redneck girl.
That's what I thought you said.
But look at the stems on this, Wayne. Aren't those stems
wow.
just beautiful?
Let me just get a little
Okay.
bit closer without stepping on anything and breaking it here. Okay.
But just a real,
Yeah, that is beautiful with the red and green together.
that's how it got its name, was the redness in its stem.
I see. The
But look
redneck
at the,
girl. Okay.
look at the beautiful yellow
Wow.
flowers there, and the bees and the butterflies.
I bet the butterflies
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. Oh,
they
that's
do.
gorgeous.
They do.
All
it
right.
blooms a little bit late for the hummingbirds,
Yeah.
but the butterflies and the bees do love it. Yeah.
Does it? It's blooming now. Is it at its peak now?
Yeah, this is the time of year that it blooms.
All right.
And
So the hummingbirds have already headed to South America,
oh yeah.
or wherever
And
they're
so
headed.
this is a perennial.
Okay.
And so it comes back every year.
All right. Beautiful.
And
okay.
this is knockout
yes.
roses. Everybody's familiar with knockout roses.
Oh boy, these really took off, didn't
Yes,
they?
they
Became
did.
very popular now,
Yeah.
and they're a little bit beyond their
Oh, yeah.
peak now because they're getting ready to.
But there's hardly any care except for deadheading on those.
No care except for deadheading.
Yeah.
Show me how you deadhead.
Well, I don't have my clippers, but you would come back to this leaf, let's see, right here, for instance, see the 3 leaves here?
The 3 leaves?
Yeah, you would just cut back right there.
Okay.
But just
there you go, and just pinch it off, or cut it off.
yeah.
There's a bumblebee. Hello, Mr. Bumblebee.
And you know, we have these this year. I'm sure you probably met Bill Faring over there with the bees.
Bill Faring, yes.
And he's a dear friend and just is doing a lot with the bees. And they have really come out of their habitat over there. He's got set up, and they've really pollinated our flowers.
Well, that is
since
wonderful.
He's been over there.
And I'm sure they're happy too.
Oh yeah.
The bees
oh,
are
yeah.
happy.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, gee whiz. And over here we have more of the same.
Yeah. Yeah. It's goldenrod back here.
Golden, of course.
Yeah.
Achoo.
But it's not the kind that makes you sneeze.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I didn't know there was a kind that didn't let you sneeze.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look at all the bees.
I know. They're just happy as they can be.
Well, I always said a happy bee is a happy bee.
It's a good bee.
Yeah.
No renegades.
All right, now let me.
Something funny. We had somebody come in the garden the other day and say, "Hey, you've got a female marijuana plant in there."
Pardon me?
But that is not a female marijuana plant.
All right. Let's clear that up right now.
Yes, that is a hibiscus plant.
Well, right over there.
No, this little,
this
little
it does
slender,
look like it
ugly
does.
thing, and I wish that I
mean, I don't really know what it looks like.
Yeah, it had a beautiful. It has a beautiful red bloom on it, and in some places it comes from Texas, and they call it the Star of David. But it is really a pretty hibiscus. The plant is not pretty at all, but it is not a marijuana plant.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad to hear
Lord,
that.
I better put a tag on that. This is not a marijuana plant.
I want to clear up a myth
Okay.
real quick here, and we can do that real quick.
All righty.
These bumblebees are interested in one thing. They're not interested in you.
That's right.
They're interested in getting food and spreading joy.
That's right. And making good honey.
And making good, that's right.
And you can see this right here. Now, that's a normal honeybee there. This is just an old common bumblebee. Yeah.
Well, now the bumblebees do not sting.
No.
Bumblebees do not sting.
And the little honeybee there, they won't bother you unless you harm them in some way.
Yeah, when you go after them, they don't like that very much.
No.
And they don't retaliate, but they protect themselves.
But you know, a lot of people are frightened by them, and they'll swat and slap if they see them, and that's the wrong thing to do. Just go on about your business, don't pay them any mind, and they won't bother you.
Just leave them alone,
That's
and
right.
they'll go on. They're just looking for food. Well, Brenda, it's been most informative, and this has been a fun tour. So anyone who may have a question about this can call Jessica. What's your phone number?
The phone number is 919-731-1520.
731-1520. We've been speaking with Jessica Strickland of the Cooperative Extension Service, and thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh boy, happy fair.
Yes.
And we are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for staying with us. We have lots of great information to share.
We do, like this, for instance. Guess what?
What?
Once every 3 minutes, somewhere in the world, somebody sees a UFO.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
You still seeing the UFOs, Wayne?
They're all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Is that just a trivial fact?
Yep, that's just a thing.
Okay, so glad you shared.
Hey.
Do you have other trivial facts?
Oh, I got tons of them. Yeah, I'm loaded with them.
Well, give us one more.
Oh, okay, here's another one. In the internet,
Yes.
all letter combinations from AAA to ZZZ have been registered. You can't use them. They're already used. From AAA to ZZZ.com.
Really?
That's it.
You have to purchase them if you want to use them?
You can't. They're already in use. All letter combinations from AAA.com to ZZZ.com are being used. They're already in use.
Okay.
So if you wanted to use letters of the alphabets, any combination, you'd have to go to probably to a four-digit or four-character name. But that gets really monotonous.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thought I'd pass that along.
Yeah, we do appreciate Wayne's trivia.
Me too.
Want to remind you, if you're looking something to do on October the 31st, Halloween night, there is so much to do all across our community.
Boo.
One of the things is at the Paramount Theater, they'll be having another movie night. And what will they be showing? Young Frankenstein.
Oh, I love Young Frankenstein.
I thought you might.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's with, what's his name and what's his name?
Yeah, let's see. It says Young Frankenstein, the 1974 version,
Yeah.
will be shown Thursday night, October the 31st at 7 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, with the wiry curly hair.
Yes, Halloween laughs galore.
Gene Wilder, thank you. Yeah.
With the great Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Uh-huh.
Funny man.
Get $1 off your ticket if you come in costume. It's
must
rated
come in
PG.
costume.
Tickets are $5. They're available at the Paramount Theater box office or over the phone at 583-8432. You can also visit GoldsboroParamount.com and purchase your ticket online. That's Halloween night, 7 o'clock p.m., Young Frankenstein. Come in costume and you get $1 off your $5 ticket.
Wear your costume.
We also have the Creepy Crawl,
Boo.
where 4 different area restaurants will be participating. Let's see if I can remember them. The Laughing Owl, Torero's, the Shamrock, and the new Matchbox.
Oh, yeah,
all
very
downtown
good.
Goldsboro.
Very
Come in
good.
costume because at 11 o'clock p.m. they'll be giving away, each restaurant will be giving away prizes for best costume and several other gift cards to some of the various restaurants downtown. And that all starts the 31st at 8 o'clock p.m. I had to look there for a minute. It starts at 8, but we want you in costume. So several things happening downtown for you to come in costume on Halloween evening if you're looking something to do. How about that?
How about that? And I have some real trivia information about Halloween.
Do you?
For instance, the Frankenstein movie, the original Frankenstein movie with Boris Karloff, they cut part of it out because they thought that it was just too
Scary?
scary
Funny.
for youngsters. They had to cut part of it out, and I'm not even going to tell you what it is because it is pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty bad. But his real name, and Boris Karloff was an extremely gentle man. You wouldn't think so from the movies, but he was a very gentle person. His name was William Pratt, P-R-A-T-T.
William Pratt.
That was Boris Karloff's name.
Well, if you'd like to see the 1974 version,
I'd love to, yeah.
head on out to the
There it
Paramount
is.
Theater.
There you go.
Halloween night.
Halloween.
That's right. Let's see.
All
Is anything else
right.
happening? Don't forget, the entire month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
That's right.
It's also Pet Adoption Month. October's a busy, busy time of year, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Yes,
Always
it is.
so many activities all over the world, actually.
All over the world.
All
yes,
over the
indeed.
world. And of course, right here in Goldsboro, Wayne County.
That's right. Now today is the 14th.
Yes.
That means tonight at Wayne Community College
That's right.
is Bill Myers and the Monitors. Woo-hoo!
All tonight. What time does that start?
Talking and playing Armstrong. It all starts at 7 in the p.m. Talking and playing Armstrong and Duke Ellington and Charlie Parker just announced that Bill Myers will receive a 2014
Oh, yes.
North Carolina Heritage Award. So our congratulations to him. He's going to be there tonight at Wayne
That's
Community
right.
College, 7 p.m. So if you are a jazz buff, everybody loved Louis Armstrong.
This is all a part of that jazz gumbo.
Love it.
That's right.
Satchmo. Here's another trivia information bit of thing for you. The nickname Satchmo, Louis Armstrong, they called him Satchmo. That came from the combination of words satchel mouth. They shortened it to Satchmo. That's where that came from.
Wow. Well, thank you for being with us today. I believe we're about out of time. We will
that
see
it?
you tomorrow.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
it is.
Okay. So bye-bye for now, and until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.